Now, before everyone starts getting their tatties all jacked up, this was what I was attempting to relay without telling anyone what to do or giving financial advice when I was talking about the ETFs that they were shorting. Yeah. Boom. This is where the price action you're seeing is coming from. They are still suppressing AMC as an individual stock, but they can only short these ETFs so much before they have to start putting that shit back. And we're still bouncing between that $30 and $40, where I already have a fairly well thought out hypothesis that they will be returning shares through that $10 stretch. Again, they're still reshorting. It doesn't change much. It's just allowing them to kick this shit down the road. I was wondering last week if they were going to let it go over 40 just to test and see what was going on. I thought they were going to drop it maybe under 30 just to test the waters, but no, they dropped it under 32 to almost 31. And they didn't get much selling out of that. So I'm watching these. This is what I'm watching for AMC and GME movement as a whole right now are the ETFs, because that's what they've gone to. Since they can't borrow the stock directly, they've decided to short the ETFs over the last couple weeks. So this is where the price action comes from now. This is what I have my eyes on to kind of gauge what I think is going to be happening with AMC intraday. I'm still wondering if they're going to let it go over 40, or if the closer we get to the end of the day, some of these little hedge funds or some of these other brokerages are going to be like, nah, you know what? Nope, we're on the way back up. We're about to touch 40. Get out. Like, I doubt it, but I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. There's no way to know. But now they're back on their bullshit, where I'm sure a bunch of people saw the price going up and were like, ooh, let me get options, because it looks juicy, it looks pretty, a lot of volume in the day now, a lot of price action going up now. So let's get people to buy more options. And then now it's going to be stagnant and going up and down between 38 and, probably 38 and 39.50-ish. Definitely under 40, between 38 and 40, in my opinion. I really want to see if they're going to start shorting these ETFs down even further now, or if they're just going to try to keep it now bouncing between like 36 and 40 for the next day or so. I don't know. I have no idea. These are all just opinions. This is all just a hypothesis. But you do notice how it did not go over 40. Motherfucker was on its way up. It going up, but it did not crack 40. So this is, personally, when I made that video a couple days ago, my immediate thought was to buy some options in the ETFs that were shorted, because I knew they were going to go up. I just had a good feeling they were going to go up. And they're going to go up by a lot, only by a few dollars, but I mean either way, a couple dollar movement, especially a sharp one throughout the day, get you some pretty good return on options. So yeah, I'm staying away specifically from options right now in AMC as an individual stock. But these turned out to be a safer alternative. But again, there's no guarantee that what I was thinking was going to be right. It was just a guess. It was a coin flip, basically. For all I knew, they could have continued just shorting this shit down even further, but it just didn't seem likely to me. But this is where your price action's coming from in AMC right now. It has nothing to do with the individual stock. They're still delaying orders coming in. The reason it's gone up is because this right here, these ETFs are starting to have shares returned to them. Still, man, they definitely don't want it going over 40, that's for sure. Like, that is 100% for sure. They do not want it going over 40 at all. But truly, at this point, we don't control really anything in this. Like I said, it would take an immense amount of buying pressure to step in and overwhelm the program. Or it's going to take people moving to, brokerage like Fidelity, like I did. I just transferred some money in yesterday, and I actually think it's already there now. I don't know. I gotta look into it. I know it's showing it now. This morning it was showing it. It said 1 to 2 business days, so that's going to be fucking awesome if my transfer is already done in less than 24 hours. Yeah, I don't know. I got to look into that. Again, still familiarizing myself with Fidelity, but I really feel like if the majority of people in this movement switched their accounts over to Fidelity, that would just tie Citadel's hands, for one, as a market maker. They'd have no access to our orders anymore. They would be going straight to the exchange. And that's another thing I got to look into. That could be something going on here, because I looked at the Fidelity numbers yesterday, and AMC was the third highest volume stock for Fidelity yesterday, numero 3. So it should only be going up from there if more people are switching to Fidelity, which it seems like they are. And some of this price action could be from that. I don't know. I have yet to do the math and break this down on how much exactly the ETF movement correlates to a price reflection in AMC. I don't know how much of this, like, $5 movement or whatever in this one, I don't know how much that reflects in stock price for the actual underlying of AMC. So I'm working on that, trying to figure that out so I can get better gauges of how much of all this they need to move to keep it between the 30 and 40. They've already given me their target, so that makes it easier for me. I know they're keeping it between 40 and 30, so it's easier for me to dissect that $10 range by adding up some numbers here. So that's what I'm going to be trying to figure out. And yeah, I'm not by any means telling anyone to buy options now in this ETF environment, because they very well may start shit. Already looks like they're pushing it down on all ends of these ETFs. So looks like they're going to reshort. How far, who knows? Hopefully we're starting to see a pattern now of higher highs and lower lows, and maybe this week we will see it break 40. Maybe. I have no fucking idea. So do not take anything I say as advice, because it is not. This is all my own personal speculation. So I'm going to keep looking at this shit. Got a fucking lecture here. Oh, I'm already late for my lecture. I gotta go, guys. Later.